Yeah, and I'm just a little bit surprised because, of course, we do have a veto system here for our weekly tournament. There was a time where it was loser's pick, and this map made it through. I'm happy.
Yeah, as am I. Always a treat to see a ZvZ on Blackburn. And speaking of Blackburn, that's the match we're on. We're in the bottom right-hand corner map, swatting all the way in the bottom right-hand corner. The blue Cirque player coming out from the land of Hong Kong. He is the best player from Hong Kong. Unfortunately, currently teamless, although there is a rumor out there that is, nothing but a rumor. He is representing himself, GogojOey.
Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Blackburn LE, we have the Indian Zerg player representing Team Alpha X. It is Demi. This is what I wanted. This is all I wanted.
GogojOey, man, he's played against me and Micah so many times. He's assimilating a little bit.
The tournament could end now and I would still be happy. Like, this is great. This is beautiful.
It really is.
Oh god. So here we go. GogojOey does go for a hatch first, a hatch gas pool, but a very different kind of hatch gas pool compared to Demi. A superior one in my opinion.
Yeah, in a ZvZ I would agree. Yeah, in a ZvZ I'm gonna have to agree with you on that. In something like maybe a ZVP, I don't know, I guess you do spread out your bases a lot. You're a little bit more vulnerable to harass, but in ZvZ, you're not gonna have any range units for a while, right? It's just gonna be Lings, and, Lings can be defended against with more Lings, so...
That's true, it's very true.
You might as well go for the gold in ZvZ.
Yeah, it's the matchup where you can get away with this the most, right? It's so difficult to do it in some of the others. Meanwhile, Demi will scout with his Overlord. He sees the transferring drones. He confirms that there's no natural base, so he is aware of the gold. Can he do anything about it? Will he do anything about it?
Well, I was gonna say he's already getting link speed, but it's actually GogojOey. He can afford to do that thanks to that gold base.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. So GogojOey a little bit faster, only a little bit though, with that ling speed. The drones finally get across the map. We see the economy just skyrocket in favor of GogojOey, and oh boy, it looks like Demi will respond with his own third.
Yeah, good way of evening things out, and once he's able to saturate that, he will be ahead, slightly ahead.
Yeah, and
Yeah, I was just gonna say, in the meantime, I'm a little bit surprised that Demi isn't going particularly aggressive, or at least not yet. He's allowing GogojOey to sort of get away with this, but at the same time, he is getting a third base of his own, so I guess he just knows that GogojOey isn't going to be playing a macro game with that gold base. He knows that GogojOey wants to be aggressive, so he's just going to look to defend and eventually get a superior economy.
I'm worried because you know what the Baneling nest has done? We're going to see some Banelings morph in. There we go for our completed and end. Sorry, GogojOey is going, I almost said Ender because I've seen him do this before. He's going for a Link Flood right now, and Demi, he needs that Baneling nest desperately.
It's about to finish up. Demi only has 2 Links though. Okay, more of them pop. It's going to get 2 Banelings out, and I don't think GogojOey is going to be able to cancel them. He will, however, be able to really threaten Demi's Links. Aye.
Oh god, yeah, we'll see how good the Baneling conditions are going to be. The Banelings of Demi do finish up. He trades 2 for 2, but there's still 1 Baneling left for GogojOey. Never mind, they're all gone.
And GogojOey can try to snipe those Banelings, but I like it. He's taking the safer option. He doesn't know how done they are. He doesn't know the doneness of the Banelings.
No, he does not. He goes straight into the main base. Thankfully, Demi does respond. His own Banelings have just barely morphed in, and it looks like he will be able to hold on. But 6 drones did go down.
Yeah, which, under normal circumstances, I would want to say that it's not that big of a deal, since Demi did go for the third base a lot quicker. But when you get the golden base, that just throws all the equations out of whack. I mean,
yeah,
you suddenly have to factor in more math.
It's one of those things where even though GogojOey has less workers right now, like, he's still ahead when it comes to the economy. But Demi does have 3 hatcheries, so he has a lot of larvae to work with. In come the Banelings that welling in for GogojOey. Demi has to make sure he responds. Ooh, 1 Baneling does get wasted.
And that was the only Baneling of Demi, these Lings are starting to get backed into a corner here. 4 Banelings are so scary. The drones!
Ooh.
The Lings do get hurted here for GogojOey. 1 Baneling finishes up for Demi, but the Baneling of GogojOey was able to position itself right in the heart of those Lings. GG, GogojOey takes game number 1. Gold base, man. Why do we not see every single Zerg player ticket on Blackburn?
GG. The Ling Bane was just too good there for GogojOey. Demi was holding good. He held well, I feel, like that the first round. I think maybe he thought that GogojOey was going to back off because he just didn't have the follow-up Banelings for that second wave.
He didn't have the follow-up Banelings for that wave, and he did go for a 3rd base as well, so I guess Demi was thinking, okay, so I've held, so long as I get a Baneling or 2 out, I'll be safe, but yeah, GogojOey, very sneaky. With his own Ling Bane.
Yeah, that he was. Oof. So GogojOey takes a quick 1-0 lead in this series, but, you know, it's a ZvZ, so we can see our player Demi come back, and I'm really curious to see what the rest of the maps are going to be here.
Well, we already have our answer to map number 2.
Oh.
Hoping we get our ace match. Which, you know what? I'm gonna hope and wager that it's Beckett Industries.
I heard
that's just what I want to see.
Yeah, everyone wants to see it. All right, let's be real here. Everyone wants to see Beckett.
You know what? If there was any week where we'd see that, specifically in this particular matchup, Demi versus GogojOey, it would be this week while Demi is using a bit of an older PC.
It's true.
He would prefer having a smaller map where he can, really play the early game. But we'll see, as we are going to be loading in on Jagannatha KBB LE for our second map in this best of 3. That rhymes. In the bottom left-hand corner map, starting all the way in the bottom left-hand corner, the red Zerg player coming down from the Jewel of India. He is, of course, going to be representing Alpha X. He is Sushi's representative in these waters around these Bermuda Triangle. He is the Shock himself, Demi.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Jagannatha LE, we have the player from Hong Kong, the champion, the best player in all of Hong Kong, the Blue Zerg. It is GogojOey.
Obviously, Jagannatha, a very different map, doesn't have a gold base.
Yeah.
Literally the only difference.
Doesn't have a gold, it's green. But the great thing about Jagannatha, they're lily pads.
So that does make up for it. But it's still on thin goddamn ice.
It really is. So we'll see how this game will open up here. Like, personally, I what I will say is that when eventually we do get a new map pool, I hope we see some more gold bases. I would appreciate that.
I just want a Gangnam Terran again.
Yeah. Should that be a rule? Should every map pool at least have one map that you can Gangnam Terran?
I'd be for it.
Oh god.
May as well. Oh, or maybe 2. No.
Bear with me. Imagine if Blackburn, the gold base was in the middle of the map. The island base. Imagine if that was a thing. Come on,
Oh, see, I was thinking instead of those slow zones, it's a gold base.
Okay.
Yeah.
You pull a golden wall where they're mineral patches instead.
Yeah. It's a bit of a pocket, You know what? Kind of reminiscing about the old maps a little bit, but the recent trend, and by recent I mean a while ago, but they only recently got implemented in the last couple of map pools, was to have a pocket base and mineral walls to block that off. I mean, we see that even now in Romanticide to a certain extent, right?
Yeah.
I kind of miss those old maps in 2017, 2018-ish, where you had a pocket base, a pocket expansion, but There was destructible terrain there.
Yeah. Like, I remember there being,
That
like,
will give you an
strategies.
opening.
Yeah, like, I remember even some Zerg strategies where you would, like, rush out a spine just to, like, focus down those rocks so you can get there a little bit faster, or you get drop lords to go over those rocks. Which was also really risky depending on the matchup, but yeah.
I remember back in Silver League, nobody checked. So I would just push out with my main army, and all of a sudden I'd be in their main base, and they're like, "What? You Doom dropped me." And I'm like, "I only have one medevac here, buddy, because I'm in Silver League, and I forgot to produce out of my starports. I could Doom drop you with this." And they're like, "You elevated them all." I'm like, that's what I like to imagine.
If I'm not wrong, I think famously or infamously, depending on how you look at it, was it MKP versus Rogue, where Rogue, like, it was in Pro League, he proxy hatched.
That was in Hearts, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I believe it was in Heart of the Swarm. He proxy hatched on the other side of the rocks, killed them, and then went through. With spines, like, oh god.
I remember that game. Very infamous, just because.
Yeah.
How could a PvP not see that? But yeah, a lot of people are saying.
Yeah.
But
Fun
see, I
fact.
get it. You know, sometimes your units see the creep, but you don't see the creep.
Yeah, we see that all the time. You know, where Starduck saw the Nidus, but he didn't really see the Nidus. Like, feels bad, man. But fun fact, that there was a follow-up to that not a lot of people know about. But there was, like, a full Kesper investigation into that, and, like, MKP actually had his PC and phone confiscated, and they actually went through all his logs, like, make sure there wasn't anything crazy going on. Like, they took it very seriously when he was accused of that.
Yeah, especially because in 2015, this was during the whole Prime scandal. Like, MKP wasn't on Prime anymore, but still.
Yeah, I mean, well,
he got cleared.
Yeah. I believe this was before Prime.
Just before.
Yeah. But like, regardless, you know, they did take it seriously. Speaking of taking things seriously, though, you know, not too much has gone on so far. We do see that Demi is the one being the aggressor here. Both players have taken their third bases, but Demi gonna try and do something about that. Has to be careful. Banelings are out. Oh no! Oh god.
Does pull away in time. Demi playing with my heart a little.
Jesus.
Yeah, they've been trying to find openings, but not quite getting them. GogojOey moving out with his roaches. So Demi will at least confirm the tech of GogojOey. And I like this. He's going for Carapace to counteract GogojOey's roaches.
Yeah, so I'm a little bit worried. So Demi, I don't want to say he's all in, but he's very committed, right? He's pushing across the map. His lair is so late compared to GogojOey. Look at the worker count. GogojOey droned up hard, and he got away with it. Like, Demi has to make something happen. To be fair, he has an army, but like, he has like a very small window.
Yeah, that's it. It's a small window, but it's a window where he can... but it's a very potent window as well. GogojOey has kind of gotten away with it in the early game, but can he continue to get away with it?
Yeah, we'll
he's
see.
Already across the map with every single roach. He's clearing out the roach count of GogojOey before that defender's advantage can really kick in, but the spine crawlers are finishing up.
That's what I'm worried about. The spines in the natural, the spines at the third as well, they can be repositioned, and Demi's forced back.
Yeah, unfortunately, Demi was kind of picked apart there by the roaches of GogojOey, going back and forth between the third and the natural. There may have been a world out there where he's able to kill, at least one of the bases, but unfortunately, this wasn't it. Thankfully, though, he will get his Wharf base out very, very quickly.
Yeah, unfortunately, it is misplaced.
Well.
It's not the biggest of deals, but again, like, Demi's in a really bad place because, again, he was very committed with that attack. He didn't deal any economic damage, and now GogojOey, he has roach speed. He's about to have +2. He has tunneling claws and burrow as well. Like, he can pop off. Oh no, never mind. He canceled them. He canceled them for Aspire. Oh my god.
Oh, interesting. I was going to say, I was liking Demi's position, but yeah, he is the player without certain defense. He has a very nice concave, though. I'm not sure if I want to call it a concave since it's a straight line, but every single one of his roaches are firing, will push GogojOey back for now.
Hey, GogojOey turns around and...
to cancel that fourth.
Yeah, and what's important is that Demi, he does see the Spire. There's no like wondering about it. Like, he does know what is coming his way, or he should, because I mean, it's either a Spire or a Spore. You know, there are only so many buildings that can look like this, even if you don't click on them. So hopefully Demi will get some anti-air.
He's thinking it's another spine crawler. Well, probably not. But yeah, as you were saying, you don't really want to take that risk, do you? You see
Yeah,
a little tiny morphing thing, and you're like, it could be a spore crawler, but do I really want to take that chance and leave my mineral lines defenseless?
yeah, and I mean, he knows we have a hydrogen on the way, so he's working on some anti-air. It's gonna take a little bit though before he gets his hydras out. He's also being very greedy, not getting any spores whatsoever. But to be fair, like, because of these roaches being active on the map, the mutas will have to deal with them at home. And interestingly, there are no mutas in production.
Yeah, not yet, anyway. Which, again, I guess is a testament to Demi's ability to pressure. GogojOey, he sort of knows that if he stops making roaches and Demi suddenly comes in with his own roaches, those mutas are going to do nothing but tickle the forces of Demi.
Yeah, and the scary thing is that GogojOey forced Demi to make hydras, and a maxed out Roach Ravager army is better than a maxed out Roach Ravager Hydra army. Like, GogojOey is pulling a little bit of a Miyamika here, where he throws down tech, it gets scouted, and he doesn't use it. And Demi's even reconfirming, like, yo, did you let that finish, by the way? Where are the mutas?
He did. But he's just maxing out on Roaches and Ravagers.
Yeah.
+2 has finished up. Plus Carapace on the way. Now, GogojOey is foregoing his hive. He doesn't have an infestation pit yet. Demi is planning to get into late game if he survives long enough. That's a big if. As you were saying, max out Roach Ravager versus max out Roach Ravager Hydra. That can only favor the player without Hydras.
Oh my god, and GogojOey, he gets through the choke point as well. He outpositions Demi. Meanwhile, he's going for a bit of a counterattack at the same time. Can GogojOey break through so far? It looks like he is.
A little bit of an awkward bile situation going on there. The 4th base once again taken out. GG is called. GogojOey. That was game 2, wasn't it? GogojOey takes that series 2-0. I don't know why. I kept feeling that was like game number 1 or that Demi won the first game, but yeah. GG, well played. GG, I guess it's just because, I was, after seeing that series, or at least that result against Ender, I thought that, we get something a little bit longer here, but yeah, once again, we have that sort of triangle, question mark? Where, not the Zerg Muta triangle, but a triangle where GogojOey beats Demi, Demi beats Miyamika, Miyamika beats GogojOey.
Yeah, we need to find a term for the Zerg C rock, paper, scissors sort of thing.
Yeah. And even then, I mean, it's kind of 50-50, Demi and Mio. So...
Oh god. Regardless, GG, congratulations, GogojOey. Also, like, Oreo's even pointing it out in the chat, and you even said it during the cast. Like, when Demi pushed out across the map where he had the supply lead, and when the spines were still morphing in, I thought Joey was dead. Joey barely had any roaches out. Like,
I didn't think Joey was dead, but I thought, Demi could at least kill a base, maybe back away. It would be a little bit risky since GogojOey had roach speed, but he could have gotten some damage done, and I don't know, maybe tried to throw on spines on his side of the map, but that would have really stretched out the multitasking though, and Demi went in with a plan. It's you don't really want to deviate from the plan in the middle of all that.
Yeah, and I'm just surprised it didn't work, right? Like, GogojOey, to be able to defend like that, the way he moved his army, he was pulling Demi left and right to Demi. He had a hard time committing to one direction, and because of that, all that GogojOey had to do was buy time for those spines to finish. Once they did, then he had the advantage. And again, I just love how
you could see that immediately. When Demi saw the spines finish up, I was like, I cannot get anything more done here. I need to go back across the map, try to expand, be as greedy as possible, but also try to defend as hard as possible. And yeah, unfortunately for Demi, that was not gonna work out too well.
Yeah, and unfortunately for him as well, like he teched up hard to respond to the mutas because he thought mutas were on the way. He got a hydrogen. You pointed it out as well. He got an infestation pit to work on to work on a hive. Like, a lot of resources were invested in his tech when really he needed like a stronger, like, ground-based army, but he had no way of knowing that, like he had no idea that mutas were not being made.
It's one of those things where you're against a player like GogojOey or Miyamika, and you're like, if I can survive long enough, I'll be at a massive advantage, but That's always the if that never happens. Unfortunately.
GG. Well played to both our players. No, GogojOey, he does advance on to the next round, and we're getting to that point in the tournament. Zeph pointed it out earlier. It's time for me and Micah versus GogojOey.